Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Janet Yong, and in my channel I share about Feng Shui, Bazi, personal growth, as well as entrepreneurship. In today's episode, I'll be touching on Period 9 Feng Shui, what it represents to us, what it means to us, and how do you identify the 9 wealth star in the coming few years, and what can you do with it. So without further ado, let's move on to the next segment. Last week, we actually spoke about Period 9, what are the changes that will come in, therefore the kind of mindset that you need to be preparing yourself for. So if you've missed that particular episode, please remember to click on the link that I'm showing here so that you can understand what Period 9 is all about, what are the impending changes, and how you should be shifting your mindset. So the next thing we'd like to look at right now, it's from a flying star perspective. So when we look at mindsets, we look at Bazi, it's really about heaven luck, and therefore what is coming and how do we prepare for it. Then we can basically use the earth luck, which is Feng Shui, either at home or in your office to basically boost your luck itself. When we look at 9 is actually only going to come in the year 2024. So therefore, now, especially in 2021, 2022, 2023, what are we going to utilize the 9 for? 9, in terms of element, like I mentioned in the previous episodes, was the element of fire. So it has a tendency in terms of magnifying the energies within, or you can use the energy for 9 because it's the long-term future wealth to basically build foundation. This year, the number 9 flying star, for instance, is in the northeast. Northeast is representative of education. Therefore, if you are spending time in the northeast, you can basically look at building foundation in terms of your education, in terms of continuous learning, or you can look at number 9 in terms of building foundation for your brand name, what is going to come, or you can look at number 9 in terms of building your foundation for your wealth or your streams of income into the future. So that's how we will be utilizing 9 for the next few years. The next I would like to talk about is for people who are looking at what do they do if they are staying in an apartment in terms of identifying their future wealth star, or if they are intending to buy a home, what are the things they should look out for in order to make sure that they have the future wealth and relationship star around. So to do that, you can basically scan this QR code where you can get our natal flying star chart calculator. Once you get in there, you will be basically seeing this particular screen where you have the natal flying star calculator, and that's where you can choose the period of the house as well as the facing direction itself. So if you are not sure how to determine the facing, you can basically watch one of my videos that I share in terms of finding a suitable home. I'm pointing to the link for the video here. So click on the video to understand how you should be identifying an apartment's facing. In this particular chart itself, we are looking at an apartment that is facing west. And how do we know that? Because most of the energies are coming from the balcony, the living room windows, as well as the master as well as bedroom windows itself. So in this case, this home, it's basically a west facing home. Now, which period is it? Well, because this home or apartment is built between, or TOP, in terms of majority of the families moving into the block, is between March 2004 to 2024. Therefore, it's considered a period 8 home. So in this particular case, then we are looking at the flying star natal chart, or the basic energies of the home that has been built between the years 2004 to 2024. What happens if you don't shift out of this home and you're looking at how do I activate the future wealth number 9 star or future relationship number 9 star? In this case, we're looking at the small 9 that you are seeing either on the top left hand side or top right hand side, as you can see circled in red in this particular slide. So here we are looking at seeing where these energies are and therefore activating it when the time comes. And if I have clients who cannot wait till after March 2024 to buy their home, I will also ensure that their flying stars for the 9, whether is it a relationship 9 that is on the left hand side and health, or a wealth 9, which is the number 9 on the right hand side, as you can see in either the northeast or northwest sector of this particular apartment, is still intact. So that's how we look at in terms of activating 9 in the future. If you are basically moving into a home after March 2024 in terms of the TOP that's been projected, then the house period in terms of the basic energies will shift to that of period 9. And how do we see that? Usually you basically see that the 9 is in the center box, highlighted as shown in the slide. And most times what you will see is that the 9, whether on the left or the right hand side, will be in the center structure or center role of all the flying star charts in period 9 itself. So in this case, it will be the east, the center, and the west, because this is a west facing house. And I can show you in the next slide that in all the different facings, whether the home is facing a primary direction like east or north, or even if it's facing a secondary direction of northeast and southeast, most of the time the 9s will come in doubles, just like in a period 8 home. As you can see, the east flying star chart, the double 9s are in the west sector of the home. If it is a north facing house, you'll be in the north sector of the home. If it is in the southeast facing home, it's also in the front center southeast. And if it is in the northeast facing home, the back of the house, which is the southwest. Now, therefore, what does it really mean for us when we are looking at a new home or purchasing a new home in the longer term? We should therefore identify and make sure that the center front and the center back is not occupied by the kitchen, the toilet, or missing. And in this case, this is a very good example, although it's a bit of it missing, but it's at least in the facing as well as within the bedroom 2 and part of the living room of the home. So if this had been the kitchen or this is the service balcony, then you can't really utilize the space, then it becomes a little bit wasted. So for instance, in this particular case, if this home is actually facing one of the directions where period 9, double 9 star is located in the north sector, the double 9 stars will be a little wasted because it's in the yard and service balcony and you cannot really utilize or activate it. So that's what I mean when you are looking for a home. From a flying star perspective, whether you are staying in a coming new home or existing home, all we are looking at is where the basic home energy 9, mountain star or wealth star is, as well as on a yearly basis where the 9 star is and how do you utilize it. So that's from a period 9 flying star perspective. Thank you for taking your time to watch this particular episode. If you'd like to find out more about the Flying Star series, please go to the video link that I mentioned earlier on, or the home suitability review videos that I have. I will include that in the video description itself if you'd like to find out more. So I'll see you next week. Thank you. Goodbye.